Hello there guys, hope you're all doing well and keeping safe. It's Team Selector time once again for tomorrow night's game away to Sevilla in the Champions League. It's massive in the context of this group for who finishes first and second. Now both teams have qualified last week, so it's a big game for Chelsea. It's a really tricky game for Chelsea as well. I felt some people really underestimated the quality of this Sevilla side under Julian Lopetegui in the first game. I don't feel like they'll be underestimating the challenge Frank Lampard's team face tomorrow away from home. It's going to be a really challenging game, and if Chelsea get a positive result, it's going to be a big result in the context of this group. But you look at that first game, that 0-0 draw at the Bridge in October, that really was the catalyst for Chelsea's defensive improvement and resilience since then. So let's hope we can sort of landmark this with a big win, because I think the difficulty for Lampard, as we saw once again on Sunday against Spurs in these bigger games, is matching that balance, that defensive improvement and resilience, but adding that expressive flair and sort of attacking intent that we need in the game of this nature. I mean, in terms of head-to-head record, a draw probably still benefits Chelsea based on our superior goal difference going into the final game, but a win would be absolutely massive. It really would, and defining for this group. In terms of team news, Frank Lampard could not have asked for a better situation going into this game away to Sevilla. He has a full deck to play with, a fully fit squad, which I believe is the first time he's had the privilege of saying that in a pre-match press conference. It's amazing. And on top of that, not only the players we had available Sunday, Billy Gilmour is returning to the first team squad. He will be on the plane. He'll be in that first team squad tomorrow away to Sevilla. So it's amazing to have Billy back. Of course, for the first time since July when he picked up that injury following the Crystal Palace game. What a talent Lampard has on his hands in Gilmour, and I'm sure he'll be getting playing time sooner rather than later, and potentially a good rotating player for N'Golo Kante at the base of midfield. So we'll have to see how that works out. But going into this game, I fully expect Sevilla to stick to their classic 4-3-3 formation under Julian Lopetegui. De Jong is sort of a big player for them in terms of set piece threats. That's a big one for Chelsea to look out for, but Chelsea have been improved at set pieces recently, but did concede ahead of last week to Rennes, so we need to look out for that. And also on transition, if Chelsea are too exposed in midfield, Sevilla have the pace to expose you and really look to capitalise on wide areas in attack, but do have a really solid defence and just know what they're doing in the Champions League. That's why they've qualified already. It's going to be really tricky for Chelsea to navigate this game, but I do believe in terms of Lampard approaching this, he won't make too many alterations to the team that started on Sunday, especially in a more defensive sense. I think Lampard will keep it pretty consistent. So I believe Edouard Mendy, another clean sheet on Sunday, the most clean sheets in the Premier League so far, and also tied the most clean sheets in the Champions League so far. So he'll start again tomorrow night for Chelsea. The back four, we know what it is by now. Reece James, Kurt Zouma, Thiago Silva and Ben Chilwell. Frank has done well with rotating Thiago Silva, but I don't feel he'll be rotating him tomorrow night because it's such an important game for Chelsea. And it's great to see, even though Chilwell had that little bit of a knock on Sunday in the second half against Spurs, he's recovered well, so everyone's raring to go, and hopefully Reece James can potentially get an assist with a great cross, because he probably should have had one on Sunday at home to Spurs. I'm going into that midfield three. I'm only going to make one change to the midfield three that started on Sunday. N'Golo Kante, another player that Lampard has to manage well this season in terms of these midweek games, but I don't feel like you should be resting him tomorrow night based on the importance of this game. He's in incredible form at the moment. He's helping Chelsea win that midfield balance, stay resilient, keep that balance. So it's great to see Kante in fine form. So I think he'll start once again tomorrow night. I feel Mason Mount will start as well. He, of course, set up the opening goal brilliantly for Callum Hudson-Odoi last week away to Rennes, and could have scored a miraculous winner at home to Spurs on Sunday. Hugo Lloris denying him late on. I just think the energy, the engine on Mason Mount is so key for Chelsea, so I believe he'll be starting. But instead of Mateo Kovacic, I do believe this will be the game that Kai Havertz returns to the first team. He came off the bench on Sunday. I feel his guile, his flair, his runs from deep could be really key for Chelsea, and seeing that midfield three of Kante, Mount and Havertz for the first time since the Burnley game on Halloween, I think is going to be really exciting in a game of this importance for Chelsea. And I just think Havertz picking up those pockets of space in between the lines can maybe thread the needle and get Chelsea in behind a very rigid Sevilla team. So that's going to be my midfield three instead of Mateo Kovacic. It's a little bit harsh on Kova because he had a really strong game on Sunday, but I just think this is the time to bring back Kai into this first team. The front three, I'm going to rotate a little bit more here. I believe Callum Hudson-Odoi deserves to start this game. He wasn't in the squad on Sunday, and I think that shows you how strong Chelsea's squad is under Lampard this season, that you can leave a player like Callum out of the first team squad, but he played so well against Rennes, and he scored in his last 2 Champions League starts against Rennes and against Krasnodar, so I wouldn't be stunned if Callum starts here. I also wouldn't be stunned if Ziyech starts as well, based on the importance of this game, but I think Callum deserves it, basically. I think when he's got his opportunities recently, he's taken them, which is what he needs to do in a very congested season. So I think Callum deserves some minutes tomorrow night against Sevilla, and if he does, once again, can he take his opportunity and score another goal in the Champions League for Chelsea? On the left, I'm going to make another change here. I believe Timo Werner needs a rest, and I think in a game that's going to be cagey, a little bit tense, I think Christian Pulisic could be the answer. He could provide the answer for Chelsea in an attacking sense tomorrow night. I just think when you've got Pulisic now back fit, I want to see him back in the starting 11, get his match fitness back up for a key period of the season. So Pulisic on the left for me, potentially a goal threat as well in Pulisic that I think is so impressive within his game. And up front, I'm going to make another change. Olivier Giroud starting against Sevilla. I just think this is the time to bring back Giroud. He scored the winner against Rennes. Many people believed he should have had more time on Sunday against Spurs. I feel if Chelsea are going to be restricted to sort of hit a lot of crosses into the box, I feel this is a game made for Olivier Giroud. I think he's probably earned the chance to start in a game of this nature. And I just think also rotation with Tammy. We saw him come off the pitch on Sunday, a little bit of an injury. Of course, not enough of an injury to keep him out of this game, but I just think it's the right time to bring in a player like Giroud. His level of experience, his nous, his intelligence, also linking up with the likes of Christian Pulisic, I think can really help Chelsea tomorrow night against Sevilla. So that is my team selector ahead of the game tomorrow night. What is your lineup? Please let me know in the comments below. But thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you did enjoy it, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an upload, and I'll see you again.